제가 뽑은 명장면은 아무래도 한지원 선수하고의 그 어비셜 리프에서의 그 세 번째 경기.
없으면 어떡합니까? 터져야죠! 없으면 뚫려야죠! 문 열렸습니다! 자, 들어가서 이병력 하나씩 그리고
일단 모선에게 나오긴 나오는데
거기에서 맹독충 저글링 올인이 왔을 때 제가 최대한 그 프로브를 잘 펼치면서 많이 살리면서 피해를 많이 덜 받으면서 이렇게 잘 막아냈던 게 승리 요인이었던 것 같아요.
준비하고 있는 게 맹독충이거든요. 한 번 더 뚫는 거, 또 뚫는 거. 저글링 비켜야죠. 저글링 역적이에요. 아니
아무래도 그 최종전에서 한지원 선수하고의 그 첫 번째 경기였는데 한지원 선수의 이런 저글링, 바퀴, 괴멸충, 역 러시의 제 세 번째 멀티가 깨지면서 정면의 심시티가 깨졌을 때 그때 좀 위기라고 생각을 했었어요.
이거 잘 돌려야 되기 때문에 조금 더 거센 압박이 필요한 거죠. 지금 뭐하죠 조금?
자, 여기서
벌신지 때리다가 오히려 자신의 손에 많이 봤어요. 지금 이거 역장 없어도 불멸자로 녹일 수 있겠는데. 아니 그래서 사도의 수를 못 지었어요.
빠른 서치가 올 때부터 생각을 했어요. 상대가 7관문을 하겠다. 그리고 레더에서도 되게 많이 쓰는 생더 상대로 하는 건데
사도 다시 한번 7개 지켰을 때 입구 쪽 뚫었고 자극제는 더더라도 방패가 없습니다. 공일업도 안 됐고요. 한번 이렇게 먹힌다면 사도 아래 있는 것도 올라가야죠. 사도 아래 있는 것도 올라가야죠.
자, 이게 벽으로 느껴져서 안 되거든요.
사도 태워.
그걸 뭐 할 줄 알았는데 뭐 제가 뭐 어떻게 하겠어요. 그냥 알고 죽어야죠. 그냥 원래 못 막아요, 종족이. 이거는 제가 뭘 해도 그냥 그 빌드를 선택했다는 것만으로 못 막아요. 사실 뚫렸으면 어려웠겠지만 그때 막음으로써 상대 조합이 깨지고 상대가 또 추가 멀티를 먹기가 힘든 전장이다 보니까 이제 자원이 앞마당까지 마르면서 상대 좀 뒷심이 부족하지만 저는 그래도 뒷심이 나름 있고 본인 화면대로 5멀티까지 확보를 해서 그게 좀 승리의 요인이었던 것 같아요.
수정자를 찍고 대방선을 녹일 수만 있다면 진정한 살아있고 월드벨트 살아있고 업그레이드 꾸준하게 갖춰진 해방선이거든요. 이러면서 의료선도 그대로 살아있기 때문에 질 수가 없는 걸 갖추게 됐죠. 야,
좀 경기를 좀 즐기면서 편안하고 우승을 목표로 이렇게 게임을 했었을 때 그래 떨어졌어도 나 보여줄 거 다 보여줬어 이런 느낌으로 네, 이번 GSL 임할 생각입니다.
시즌 3 때 그냥 우연히 그렇게 잘했던 거지 뭐 시즌 3의 이신영은 그런 건 없고 지금 한참 그래도 기량이 올라온 상태라서 이번에 좀 물 들어올 때 노를 저으라고 좀 더 집중해서 연습을 하겠습니다.
아 요즘 테란 많이 세더라. 그래도 내가 삭제시켜줄게.
16강에서 태양이랑 경기하는 거 보고 좀 많이 실망을 했거든요. 대엽이 형한테. 그래서 그때만큼은 좀 해줬으면 좋겠어요.
머여디 유지태 같다.
나 초창기 때 그 말 들었었어.
푸색이라고 하는 사람 입 짓고 싶다.
그러게 참 질린다 질려 이제.
푸징징들 진짜 단체로 한강에 빠져야 된다.
너부터 빠져볼래?
프로토스의 사기 크크 조페스트 마컨 보소.
근데 올라갔네요.
이신형, 키만 컸으면 강동원인데. 인정.
노인정.
이신형은 이영호 느낌이다. 종팔 너무 잘 살림.
종빨이 어딨어. 테란이 제일 안 좋은데.
이신형, 독재 정권 물러가라.
독재라고 하기에는 딱히 한 건 없지 지금.
내가 해도 저분은 잡겠다 크크크.
네가 하면 두들겨 맞지.
이신형 너프존.
테란을 버프해야지.
All right, we are now going to move to the interview portion and see. I guess we already did a little bit of that. I mean, the live interview portion, excuse me. See what our players are thinking before they start this best of 5 in a fight to go to the round of 4.
진출자를 가려보겠습니다. 우리 주인공
Love those
신영
little
선수와
interview
김대엽
blurbs.
선수
Anyways,
양옆에 나와
let's do this interview.
안녕하세요.
Oh, that's a
안녕하세요.
hot sweater there on the stats.
네.
Look at that
Look at
spider
this
sweater.
S with a
너무
snake.
재밌어서
That's
이
pretty
경기도
sick,
That's what
정말
CODA
재밌고
stands
있습니다.
for.
먼저
CODA
김대엽
stands
선수
for.
컨디션 좋으세요?
Code space.
아, 그냥
Code
그래요.
snake.
아 그냥 그래요? 이신영 선수는요?
저도 별로 좋진 않네요.
Hopefully we
아
get some.
그래요. 자, 두 선수
Translation of
오늘
this pretty soon.
견제가 엄청 나시더라고요. 그래서 오늘 살벌한데 이런 생각을
Don't think we have
했거든요.
audio
자,
here.
이신영 선수 승자 인터뷰에서 김대엽
All right,
선수에게
Artosis. I don't know what just happened. We'll get this sorted out shortly here, guys.
I can probably figure it out myself.
오늘 3대0으로 이기신다는 얘기예요.
All right, we got it back. We got it back.
그 신영이 16강전
네.
경기 보고 승자 인터뷰도 봤거든요.
네.
INnoVation said he's going to repeat IM finals.
듣자마자 바로
Stats saw his
잘
interview,
보던
said.
경기 바로 껐고요.
네.
네, 그 이후로 계속 연습만 했던 것 같아요.
Says he just turned off the TV.
자, 오늘 이 두 분이 준비를 많이 해오신 것 같은데 앞서 어린
And
선수
since
인터뷰
then,
보니까
all
어린
he's done is
선수도
practice.
연습을 도와주셨더라고요.
네.
큰 그림 아니신지.
아, 큰 그림이요?
Sue said you helped him prepare.
저는 일단 결승까지는 생각을 안 하고 있고
네.
오늘 어차피 이겨봤자 또 태태전이어가지고
Says yeah, I
자신은
didn't really think about the finals right now.
그냥 윤수영이
If I win today,
하는 마음에
It's going to be TBT match
그래요?
next.
근데 김대엽 선수의 전태양전 경기를 보고 실망하셨다고
It's
했어요. 어떤
nothing.
점이
But you know, I
실망하셨어요?
helped Sue because I like Sue and I want him to advance.
뭐 드랍과도 끝나고
네.
지뢰도 못 보고
어이구.
그냥 딱 머여비 형 모드더라고요. 그래서 좀 실망했죠.
아 그래요? 오늘은 그런 모습 없을 거예요. 오늘 김대엽 선수 많이 준비하셨으니까
You said you were disappointed about Stats
이신영 선수
performance?
준비 잘 되셨어요?
For the round of 16, he says yeah, I don't think he played well.
연습은
Nothing really
정말
worked.
엄청 많이 했는데
네.
How did you prepare?
신영이 말대로 좀 약간 나이가 좀 드니까
I
눈이
practiced a lot
침침해가지고
네.
지뢰를 잘 못 보겠더라고요.
since I'm getting old.
그래서 좀 요즘 좀 연습하면서도 잘
It's
터졌는데
hard to have my mind in the right place
집중
with my
잘해서 한번
practice.
네,
잘해보겠습니다.
이신영 선수 방송도 챙겨 보셨어요?
But since it's a round of 8,
네, 이신영 선수 방송.
스트리밍 하는 거요?
네.
I'll concentrate as
예,
much as I
물론
can.
할 때마다 계속 몰래 들어가서 챙겨봤었죠.
몰래. 그렇군요.
Did you see INnoVation
자,
streaming?
두 번째 4강 주인공은
Says, yeah, I watched it,
누구일지
actually.
정말 기대를 하고
Secretly
있습니다.
watched it.
서로에게 이제 절대 물러설 수 없는 경기니까요. 한마디씩 강력하게 나눠보고 시작을 할게요. 먼저 김대엽 선수
Final
세게
words
한번
before we
이제
start the
해주시죠.
matches?
계속 당했어요. 얘기를 듣기만
네.
했으니까.
오늘 졌다고
Give us some trash talk.
삐지지
He
말고
said.
오늘은 형이 올라갈게.
네, 오늘 형이 올라갈게 말씀을
Hey, even if you
주셨는데요.
lose today, don't be too angry about it.
Damn!
제가 대엽이 형
crazy.
스트림하는 거를
Can't believe you
많이
said
봤어요.
that.
이번에 준비하면서. 근데 거의 점수 때도
INnoVation
좀
says he watched
낮으시고
stats is streaming a
거기서
lot.
좀 계속 허덕이고 계시더라고요.
네.
His rankings are not
그리고 또
really
스트림
high
할
enough.
때 테란전 보니까 좀
Damn.
약간 못하는 것 같아가지고
네.
오늘 좀 저를 이기기는 좀 힘들지 않나.
And I watched his play against Terran. It wasn't
네,
that impressive at all.
알겠습니다. 이렇게 이신영 선수의 멘탈 공격까지
it's gonna be
잘
pretty hard for him to
들어봤는데요.
win
Oh my
자,
God,
그럼
he
IM
went there.
리매치,
These
패전
guys,
경기 본격적으로
these guys need to leave
Pause
this
right
and go into rap battling. The trash talk is too good.
PG-13.
That's right. He thinks his macro is good, but in fact, it's not really that good.
Yeah. Oh my.
I saw him playing, and despite his control being top tier, it is not as good as mine.
I respect him as a top world player, but he's probably fifth best and I'm the best.
I am rubber, you are glue, but an inferior type of glue that will not stick to my rubber.
Oh my.
Okay, they're gonna go to their respective seats their respective PCs, and we're going to be starting this best of 5 that will be better, I promise you, than that attempted trash talk.
Yeah, they need to learn some trash talk a bit better. I want you, Tasteless, to get in the round of 8 and give some trash talk, some X17 trash talk.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm from X17. I would go down there, and it would just, they don't even need to talk. I would just act as like the guy's lawyer or something like that. Excuse me, my client thinks you're trash. And, you know, I have a whole bunch of irreverent things to say, but
I would love it.
Unfortunately, I'm all the way upstairs over here.
Yeah, it's too bad. Show would be something else altogether. We should just make you a Geary position where you just walk over the microphone and talk trash.
The thing is, it's for both players, so I just talk trash on both of them, and everybody hates me.
It's like Tasteless trying to do a roast that no one was told is going to be a roast.
This is part of, and nobody really enjoys, except for a few people who are pretty malicious.
I would enjoy it.
Cactus Valley will be our first map, then Newkirk Precinct, Daybreak, Echo, and finally, if we go to game number 5, Whirlwind.
Yeah, the ban from Stats on Abyssal Reef, no big surprise there. Very hard map to stop someone on. Then Proxima Station there from INnoVation. Such a gigantic map. Definitely Protoss can get into good shape there. So there's also a crazy proxy spot there for Stargate. So all-ins can be hard to hold. So it seems smart on both sides. Who do you think, Tasteless? Who wins it?
Oh,
INnoVation says Terran's the weakest race and he's a buff, so maybe his stats?
I think that INnoVation takes this, and I think I'm in the majority for that. But look, we said the same thing about TY, and I actually thought TY versus Sue was going to be easier to call. So,
dude, yeah, that's true.
The Terrans may go down today.
You know, especially with TY falling, I'm kind of feeling a SOS INnoVation Finals. How sick would that be?
Oh, I would love that.
The greatest player in the world against the biggest brain that's ever been, you know, in a best of 7. Oh my God, that would be so sick.
Well, one of the 4 horsemen of Terran has gone down tonight, I should say. Beyond's gone.
Yeah.
Let's see. We may be down to just Maru left.
That is a possibility, and maybe even Ryung knocks him out. Who knows?
We might be in a new era.
Maybe Ryung's in Maru's TBT is just so epic that they both eliminated, and Stats just goes to the finals.
Who knows? Guys, we are starting our second best of 5 to fill that second slot in the round of 4 of this GSL Code S. It's Stats versus INnoVation, game number 1. In the upper right, in the blue, he is
Splice Stats.
Stop laughing, Artosis. Why are you laughing?
Because you're the
Is it because I did something silly off camera that nobody knows?
Funniest man alive. Oh my God. You guys will never know.
In the bottom right, in the red, he is. Keep it together, Artosis.
INnoVation.
Wow! I can't keep it together. It's INnoVation. I just love him. He's so good.
Probe already headed southbound here.
You know, if we stay by the law of turtlenecks, which so far has held completely true throughout the tournament.
That's true. Law of turtlenecks has worked.
INnoVation's got this, just like Sue had that last
Players that wear turtlenecks seem to do well.
And if you have a bigger turtleneck, you do better.
We're eventually going to see somebody come with something that's so overcompensating for a turtleneck. It's one of those neck braces in Battlefield Earth, the ones that if you like run away too far, your head gets blown off.
Oh my gosh. Or someone who has a turtleneck that goes up above their head and it's got eye holes cut out.
Oh my God. That will be the new fashion, is turtlenecks that go all the way over the top of the head.
Oh my God.
With just eye holes there.
Yeah. And the top of your head doesn't get too hot, right? Because there's a hole there.
When they do that in Zoolander 3, somebody tell us, and we'll let them know they owe us money now for that idea.
Copyright GSL.
It's some good artwork. Oh, that's a printout, actually.
Well, maybe he drew it on the computer and printed it out.
Oh, yeah, that works too. It's some great quality stream over there.
Stats is head on a mothership core. Oh.
That is running on quality 12, I think.
Yeah. Oh, my. Tasteless. So you're thinking INnoVation 3-2?
Is that a Battletoad?
No. You see Battletoads everywhere.
I see Battletoads.
It's actually...
They kind of look like
it's a very specific problem that you have there. That you see Battletoads
sorry about
everywhere.
that, guys.
It's got its own name. It's a tasteless syndrome.
Okay, so...
Battletoadiosis.
So, you know, one thing we got to ask ourselves is, How many all-ins is Stats going to do? I feel like INnoVation is going to play roughly a similar game each time.
Yeah.
A series of solid, calculated builds that are only intended to get him ahead as each passing minute comes on in the game.
Would definitely agree with you on that. And I'm like Stats. I think we're going to see a variety of strategies. I think we will definitely see some Adept Phoenix play. I think that there is a chance that we see some just straight-up Colossus tech play.
Okay.
And in fact, I think that's what he's doing here. I actually saw him practice this on stream last night or the night before, which is just like go right into Colossus to make sure you don't die, and then get into your upgrades and all that stuff and play a macro game, which I think is not even a terrible idea here. We saw Classic bring INnoVation to the brink of destruction, specifically on this map with good macro play.
One thing about Stats is he's been steadily improving as years pass. Some Protoss players we see shoot through the ranks like deer, and then get pushed back into, obviously still respected tier, but not able to necessarily pull off some of the stuff they did before. But Stats seems to just get better with each season we see him.
Yeah. Will he be able to go the distance and win a tournament? Well, I guess his first moment to prove that is by taking down INnoVation here in the round of 8. Of course, at INGyeonggi Finals, he got 4-0'd. It was pretty brutal, but PBT has come a long way since then, so we'll see how he
Good
does.
targeting there. He's going to get both. Sick.
That was
really
so
good handling.
swift. Wow.
Essentially, basically no interruption there. I mean, Protoss had to pull probes for a second just to be cautious, but talk about snap reactions there with the Mothership core on the pylons.
Dude, that was like so well done. And okay, so here's some things about PBT. One, if you stop the first drop taking literally no damage and kill everything that's in it, in this case 2 Widow Mines, you're in an advantage already. That's like really strong.
I don't mean to run over your toes, but did you see that he tried to come in there with the empty medevac, hoping that he could at least make probes move, and it didn't do anything at all?
Imagine
and then he tried to come in just when there was one probe going over there with the pylon, and he's still backed up because it just, Stats knew.
He's
great play.
He's so on top of it. And so, yeah, I mean, Stats is in good shape. He knows what's going on. His observer kind of scouting around everywhere. And by the way, there's siege tanks on the way here. And I think that overall this is like a good way to play. Get some siege tanks. It's good against all-ins. If your opponent tried to do something like very fast blink, then siege tank pushes are quite strong. But here, this is super fast Colossus. So if INnoVation does do a siege tank push, it won't do anything. The just straight Colossus play that we see sometimes was kind of innovated to stop these siege tank pushes specifically. So in every way, Stats is in great shape.
I never noticed there was a bird's nest up there.
Well, yeah, they don't want to nest on the ground.
Yeah, there's a bird's nest up there. And those are some big birds.
Yeah.
They might be eating the carcass of a zealot up there.
Would they? I've never seen a zealot carcass because they kind of go up in blue smoke, right?
Marine carcass, you're right. Sorry. Sorry.
Zergling carcass.
There it is. There's a bird's nest up there.
Oh my gosh.
Did you guys not notice that?
There's 3 birds in that nest too.
That's the mama bird
and the 2 baby birds.
And the 2 baby birds.
Now, if we watch that long enough,
because they're from a broken bird home.
Oh man, but 50% of all birds get separated there, Tasteless. So I think it's fine. If we watch that long enough, will she push one of those baby birds off to learn how to fly?
We'll see. I don't know. I've cast this map a lot of times, and I just never knew there were birds there, so
that's crazy.
I had to point that out. Terrence headed northbound now. Stim is about 10 seconds away from finishing. Combat shields will certainly be done before there's any engagement. How is Protoss going to be able to handle this? He does have, I believe, 2 Colossi, right? Yeah, he does have 2 Colossi, so he should be okay.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it just depends on the angling. Actually, Terran is going to siege up, so Terran's definitely committing to this.
Yeah, that was a little bit slow from Stats. You really want to attack in before the tanks siege and then back off and utilize that thermal lance, but instead the tanks are in a good spot.
These are not on hold position. Oh my god.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy.
So yeah, whenever you see tanks sieging, that's when you could abuse them and start to do damage.
Yeah.
Or like obviously right before they siege, but when they're in siege mode, any engagement before that pretty much should have been better than what happened the moment of.
Wow, INnoVation has left a lot of units at home and is now going for this Nexus. Going to be able to push him back for the time being.
Okay, hold
up,
hold
coming in.
Dude, he's going to lose this Nexus.
He might.
This is...
Well, Stats is trying to do counter damage here, and in fact, INnoVation is letting him. He loaded up 4 medevacs. Okay,
here comes the attack. Now know where the siege tanks are firing. We still have both Colossi alive here. I actually thought he was firing the Colossi initially. He didn't target one of them for a minute. The Adepts are still doing damage, but a massive drop over here. The Adepts still doing some. Marauders being healed, but right now INnoVation is just unloading over here. The Colossi, the two at least at the third base, should be bruised. They're both still alive, right, Artosis?
One Colossi died, I believe. And now he lost his Mothership Core. Everything is just so crazy and dirty here, and INnoVation losing a ton of SCVs in the meantime.
Okay.
But the damage that he's doing is pretty significant right there.
Oh, I wish we do an HP check.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Very good thing that he did not send all the probes down there, because that would have hit every highlight reel in the whole world.
Okay, wait, I wish we could do an HP check on those Colossi. I believe there's one that's an orange HP,
Yeah,
the other one is
right.
not damaged. The Nexus is still up, and if you don't kill the Nexus, or at least kill the probes mining from it, the attack is kind of a failure, especially with the Colossi count still substantial.
Yeah.
He didn't reset it and have like more Vikings later. We're not really at that point in time in the game where Vikings are getting mass-produced, but
well,
you guys know what I mean.
The 3 Colossus out, and the Marauders coming up, trying to actually target down some of these Colossi. One falls. It looks like another will as well. The Vikings helping out, also pushing everything back. And this might be the point where Stats just doesn't have enough beef on the ground to stop
This
him.
is not a critical mass, but really more of a technical mass that Terran has that allows him to pretty much win the fight. There's enough Marauders, enough Medevacs that Tier 1, which is basically Adepts and Stalkers, don't really do anything. The probes are retreating to an area that they can't really get back home to. There is an option to try to pick up and drop into the main, or maybe go for the second. I'm not sure what INnoVation has in store for Stats here, but I think no matter what, Stats is going to have a hard time dealing with it.
Yeah, this is. I don't think he really can hold this off. He's
think you gotta
trying his
play.
best by making some Adepts, getting an Immortal as well, but
I think it
more
takes-
units are coming up.
It just takes thousands of games for INnoVation to have the understanding in these engagements, the way this game unfolded, to know that he can win. GG!
Okay, so this game is like, I feel like Stats really screwed up at his third base, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, he did.
That push, the distance that INnoVation had to walk around to get at that angle, if Stats had just started attacking in and like poking it, making it siege multiple times, get near his Nexus, he would have already bruised up and killed off some Marines. He would have been able to break through it more quickly. And if he breaks through it more quickly, then he's in better position when the big, massive 4 medevac drop comes to his base. But instead he was like trying to destroy it very slowly and efficiently, I guess, and do a drop at the same time, but it just really did not work out for him. I do feel like he misplayed there a bit.
Newkirk Precinct is going to be map number 2. INnoVation so far looking like he's on another level. Now, you could see that Stats, he actually looks a little bit shaky.
He is shaky.
I mean, that's the adrenaline or the anxiety. Stats, I think, could have held that a little bit better, but INnoVation, that supercomputer, alpha craft INnoVation, may just be too much. Let's see how Stats does in game number 2. In the bottom right.
Splice Stats.
Tense moment here. I think he's well aware that most people are expecting INnoVation to move on. INnoVation's been so dominant in all of Legacy of the Void. In the bottom left.
INnoVation.
Yeah, INnoVation, the best player in the world at the moment. Just such ridiculous power. Definitely, I would say, favored to win this tournament still.
Melt down all your gold guys and build the INnoVation idol. Bow down to your new god, Babylon.
Yeah.
INnoVation.
Thou shalt not worship Bjorn.
That's right. You're a Bjornstifer, blasphemer. I don't know.
He's a fallen Terran, Tasteless.
That's right.
The round of 32.
He's a dead god. I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't want to sell any doubt. I don't want to sell too much doubt, I should say, excuse me, on Stats here. We did see Sue come back after being down 2-0.
Well, if you figure out how to sell doubt, you let me know, because we can make a killing, my friend. You know, yeah, Stats is extremely good at PvT. Definitely,
Yeah.
He is one of the guys that has kind of showed the world that you can still play macro PvT, and he did the right type of build in last game. I really felt like it just maybe didn't execute it quite right. We'll see what he goes for this game, though. He has a Zealot on the way. He has the double gas, so this should be a quick rush with Mothership Core. And probably an Oracle. Oh, wait, no, it's only a single. So it won't be an Oracle. Thought that was double gas because of where the core was on the minimap. Anyways,
So he's going to let this finish?
what he wants to do is cancel the CC with this build.
Yeah, this is pretty sneaky.
Yeah.
Most Protosses, when you see the pylon made there, it's the delay where the planting of that is, but he's actually going to engineer this, or incorporate this, I should say, into a pretty solid rush.
And in fact, he has the probe hidden, so he can come up, make a second pylon, and help get the wall in as well. So this is very strong, very well done. INnoVation doesn't quite see it yet. What he needs to do is try to target the SCV. Yep, there we go.
That's the most important.
He just
part.
needs to get the SCVs off of building this. Okay, here it comes.
Oh!
Wow!
God, that was close.
Wow, that's so important that he got that pylon.
And he's going to get this SCV.
Yeah,
he's trying to juggle.
Look
and
at that juggling.
Reaper's doing so good.
This is so sick juggling on these SCVs. If he can finish this command center, that's huge.
He needs to finish the CC.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god! Wait, yeah, he's going to get it for sure, 100%.
Oh, and that
right on the reactor.
That should be a cancel, Tasteless. I don't think that he has enough percentage done to even suicide SCVs down there to try to finish
I don't think there's much he can do.
Big
Stats likes to get drunk off the tears of Terrans.
He's going to really try it, though. He has a couple Marines. He has a Cyclone about to pop out. And look at that. This is a big commitment to killing off this CC.
Cyclone's out. Reaper going to try to loop around here, maybe try to get some probes. Certainly.
He might be able to save it. Maybe.
Hold up. Well, this mothership is taking a lot of damage. The Adept is being backed up. Oh my god, it is. He's actually going to get the mothership. Look at this.
Yeah, not just get the mothership, but save the command center. Oh my god. What? Dude, I can't believe that he saved that command. That was great. Part of that was he did bleed off the Zealot a little bit. He didn't kill the SCV as early as he possibly could. It's very hard to target that SCV sometimes if it gets in the middle. But, wow, what a clutch hold. And I
can't believe that worked.
I have to bring up I Am Gungi once again because the same type of thing happened where Stats tried to cheese. I believe it was game 2.
Yeah.
No, it was game 3. He tried to cheese, and that was the end of the series because he had already lost 2 games. And here he is. This is a best of 5 instead of a best of 7. He has tried to do an aggressive cheese this game, and it failed. He had all the right pieces. He had 2 very well-placed pylons.
Yeah.
He got his Zealot there. The command center was sitting there for 1,000 years waiting to be canceled, and he did not get the cancel.
Yeah,
so
he just knows.
I think
perfectly.
Mentally, Stats I think is going to be falling apart from here.
No, this is a nightmare. If you're Protoss, you did a strat like this, and everything was pretty much working out, and then INnoVation just knows this exactly, and comes in and holds it off perfectly. And wow. I think it's going to be a very tough game for Stats from here on out. It's still a game that he can win, but certainly the psychological tempo is going to be affected here on out. Already down with a loss here in this best of 5, and the rush failing here in game 2.
You're very right about that. Double Widowmine drop coming. Let's see if he can hold this one off. No overcharges. Everything out of position.
Soccer's not quite there. One probe goes down. Meanwhile, it looks like he could get this one set up over here. Actually, with the Immortal there, he might be able to shoot that down.
Yeah.
The Immortal shot connects so quickly. The rest of the shots should meet up with it before it would be able to burrow. Excuse me. I'm not really able to talk today, Artosis.
Well, you're too excited is the problem, Tasteless. It's the round of 8. This is where we get even more excited for Code S.
Yeah.
So, it's understandable.
The only way I'll be able to speak correctly is if you give me what I really need, which is pots and pans to bang together as I shout about this game. Oh, look, he gets in. He gets in. The Immortal wasn't quite there to lay that first shot, nor were the Stalkers. So, once again, oh my God.
Just barely gets out
He's
of there.
so good, and the Stalkers can't get over here in time either.
All right. But you know what? This didn't really do that much damage. Yes, Stats did not cancel the CC like he had planned. That would have put him ahead and in a fantastic spot. But
that's right.
Here he is. He's making Colossus. He's getting range. He shouldn't be dying to anything that INnoVation is doing. I mean, hell, he already has an Immortal out. So he's got, powerful units. He's not going to die anytime soon. But I feel like INnoVation is starting to find his stride. He's got all his upgrades going. Stim and Combat Shield's about to finish, +1. So, if you don't kill INnoVation early, it gets very hard to kill him late.
All right. Marine Marauder pushing out now. Keep in mind that some of the Protoss' attention is devoted to that medevac. There in the bottom right. Artosis, are you drinking with a mic near your mouth? Was that what that was?
No.
Okay. Stim is just now completed. It may be the case that, okay, he just checks the third. Okay, he does get it. You can see what was the idea there, was he was going to try to poke into the front and then maybe drop that, but Stats was already ready. So Stats does a good job here.
Yeah.
Decent play in the mid-game as we get closer and closer to the 10-minute marker.
Yeah, it's no problem for him to hold right now. It'll get a little bit harder as he takes his third base, especially considering, he went straight into Colossus Tech. He doesn't have any air units for mobility. He doesn't have anything like Blink for mobility. This is a very immobile army to defend with. So when INnoVation does moves like this could unload above the third or in the main base. And it's hard for Stats to split his army correctly against something like this.
Okay, Terran moving down now.
Look at this, see? Here he comes. He's trying to push this back, but then the INnoVation drop going to go towards the main.
Now he sees the INnoVation drop, but this may be a matter of numbers and not so much intel. Because even if you see this going, you have to have the right number army, the right size army, I should say, to actually hold this off. Now, pretty good pylon cannons there, but the Widow Mines are now burrowing. Does he actually? Okay, he does take out. No, he does not take out that one right over there. That's going to be a good connection there on those probes. 3 kills.
Yeah, still has the mine as well. INnoVation pushing around near this third base. That was pretty good hold overall, considering what a difficult situation this can be. Finally, the Widow Mine comes up. Ooh, that was a beautiful scan.
That was so sick.
That was sick.
Dude, just takes out the Observer, optimizing every little bit.
Yeah.
That's any other Terran player in the world, and that Widow Mine just dies. But no, he's like scan. He's like,
yeah, so well done. It's just so annoying. You have to pull back an Observer all the way. That's more build time on your Robo that you really can't afford. Robo units are so important against Terran. But I do like how Stats, he's getting Blink right now, which is going to help out a bit. But more importantly, he's getting Disruptors. He gets a couple good Disruptor shots. He can get right back in at Tasteless. But that is a scary army.
Yeah. Terran's trying to move up now. Now, Blink is going to finish, but I don't think that's going to help that much in this situation.
No,
here.
This arc is insanity.
All right, Disruptor is going to try to make a good connection. Will it get one? Good pull there by INnoVation. INnoVation is closing in right now, and I don't believe that Stats has enough. This should be a 2-0.
Yeah, that is brutal. Even drops his mules upon Stats. Adding insult to injury.
INnoVation is savage.
Wow.
GG 2-0 lead.
Look at the look on Stats' face right now.
INnoVation taking Stats, mashing him up into a ball, throwing him behind his head, half-court shot, swooshes through the hoop. INnoVation never turned around. Somewhere out of nowhere, glasses land on INnoVation's face. Oh my God!
Oh jeez. This, he is just manhandling Stats once again, just like at INnoVation. He is crushing everything Stats throws him. I do feel like when he didn't get that command center, when that rush failed, I think that this is where Stats starts falling apart. Don't forget, this guy is not a champion. Okay, this can happen to players where they start putting a lot of pressure on themselves. Stats can bash most players in the world, but when he's hit in INnoVation, it's like a brick wall.
Well said, Artosis. Game number 3 is Daybreak. It's dire straits right now for Stats, but Sue managed to come back in the same situation. Can Stats do this against a player INnoVation? People are saying he's the best player in the entire world. It's a tall order, but we've seen it before. Now let's see what happens in game number 3, Stats versus INnoVation. Again, INnoVation with a 2-0 lead. In the bottom left, in the blue, he is
Splice Stats.
Is that the face of a man who's going to 3-0?
In the upper right, in the red, he is
INnoVation.
I think that tonight is the night that we are watching a block form in Stats' head. I think he's of the level he can beat INnoVation, but sometimes a player will get a mental block against another player. And to get 4-0'd in the finals of the first tournament of the season, INnoVation, and then to come here, and right now it is looking like a 3-0 against INnoVation, this is where you start to go, oh my God, I can't beat this guy.
Anybody who's played RTS has experienced this, where you're against somebody And, you know, initially you might think, no, I pretty much understand how to do this. I think I know what to do. And, you know, even if the game's close, I'll have learned from it. I can go back and look at the replay. I think stats, well, excuse me, and then you play against somebody who's so good, it seems like you don't even know the matchup. You're not even sure if the direction you're trying to take the game is, in fact, the right direction.
Yeah.
I think we're seeing stats experience that a little bit right here, right now, where no matter what you're doing, well, at least before the 10-minute marker, you're kind of saying, well, damn, he just seems to have an answer for everything.
Yeah.
This is, at least so far, uniquely different from the Sue versus TY game, where there were a lot of mind games, you know, going back and forth and crazy techs and everything, and eventually Sue comes out on top. Right now, INnoVation is tearing stats apart limb for limb.
Yeah, it makes me like stats is a piece of bubble gum to INnoVation, basically. Okay, INnoVation chewed him up.
Yeah.
Okay, in I Am Gyeonggi, chewed him up, blew a couple bubbles, and then he took him out of his mouth and put him on his bedpost.
Oh my God!
And now we're in the round of 8. He's taking stats off the bedpost. He's chewing him again.
And then you know what he does? He swallows the gum.
Oh my God!
And stats has to stay in INnoVation
for 30 years.
30 years, whatever our parents told us. He's like, oh, I'm just in INnoVation stomach for 30 years.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
He's going to come out during the beta of StarCraft 3 in 30 years from now, and you know, maybe he'll definitely have a new insight about INnoVation. He's seen the whole digestive tract. I know what makes him tick, literally.
The Reaper, as is par for the course in a build like this, is going to come in and try to check what Protoss is up to. The Adept is attempting to effectively stalk. Look, he sees the Stargate. I don't believe he's going to get out here.
Quite the fantastic scout. Yeah, he should be down there. Oh my God, is he going to just... Oh no, just barely doesn't heal enough. Anyways, seeing the Oracle is very important. Widowmine on the way, Viking on the way to help push it back. So INnoVation should be fine. Shouldn't lose too much against this. It's got that that Phoenix follow-up in the third base. I think this will probably be Phoenix Adept. I wonder how many Phoenixes he'll make. Will he make 3 or will he make a lot?
Look at the placement. Most people avoid the top of the factory. And he's even put a Viking here so that it looks like that might not be there later.
Ooh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
It's very subtle.
Yeah.
But you're kind of discounting the areas where there's already units occupying a location. And there's a chance that Oracle comes in later to check the Terran's tech and gets blown up.
Absolutely could be.
Gets exploded.
That would, and if you lose that first Oracle, it is a bad place. Look, he's even rotated the Widowmine. And he's got another one under the SCVs in the minerals. More Phoenixes on the way, more gates also. Now, the one thing I'm really worried about for stats, because he's very good at this strat, but I think INnoVation, and I always say like INnoVation's basically the best at almost everything, because he's the best player in the world. And so I should say that,
as well, everything.
Oh, I bet he's amazing at Scrabble, but I bet you I can beat him at English Scrabble. Do it on an app.
How could you have Korean Scrabble? It doesn't make any sense. Just think about that. It makes my brain hurt right now.
Yeah, no, it could work. It could work. No. If there's not Korean Scrabble, you and I need to make Korean Scrabble immediately.
We're going to be rich. We got to do this right after this cast. Somebody's already on it.
Look, the thing is, I think that overall, INnoVation has the best anti-Phoenix Adept play that there is. Like, I love the way that he pushes with Widowmines and Liberators against it. We saw that a lot, like, really early in the season. We haven't seen as much. We've seen some fluctuation of styles, but every time INnoVation does it, it just seems like the strategy is obsolete against him, at least.
Well, that's the funny thing about INnoVation is, you know, most other PBTs will say, okay, you know, Phoenix Adept, we understand the idea behind this. It gives Protoss a lot of muscle. It allows you to pick what unit comp you want to eliminate temporarily from the game, or try to kill right away. And we know why it's good, but when you see it against INnoVation, a lot of times he just completely shuts it down. Like, you're not even supposed to be doing this.
Yeah. He doesn't
play a normal game. And then you play a normal game and he kills you anyways.
Yeah. It's like he gets enough Marines to protect all the Widowmines, and then burrows the Widowmines, and then generally a couple of Liberators walk in. And it's like this deadly ground that you cannot engage upon.
Okay. Terran continuing to push here. 3 Widow Mines with this Marine medevac army.
Glaives and +1 are almost done. He's got some observers. He's been tagging well. He didn't lose any Phoenixes. He took a Widow Mine hit, so he doesn't have full health. But
is he actually going to go for this?
No, I don't think
attack
so.
This,
Not
right?
yet. No.
Protoss is actually too good right now.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Like, I don't think he attacks yet. I think he's just like seeing what's over here and stuff, seeing if he can pick something off.
Look at how good this control is.
Yeah.
He's like just on the edge. Come at me, bro. Ooh, good tag.
Yeah, you can't even.
Oh no, wait, he didn't tag the Widow Mine, did he?
No.
Oh no, he got 1. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, he got 2.
No, he got 2. We don't know what's going on, guys.
No,
I'm sorry.
It's just colors to me.
We're actually trying to cast this without a monitor on, okay? And we're only using game sounds right now, in case you're wondering. We're trying to have the hardest cast ever.
That Revelation, it sounded to me like it didn't tag Widow Mines.
Yeah.
Because that makes a different sound.
Oh, nicely done by INnoVation, or rather Stats.
Yeah, this is very good. INnoVation just running across the map, but so is Stats. A ton of Adepts shading into the natural right now. Is INnoVation going to get anything done here? A lot of Widow Mines being burrowed.
Okay, the Adepts doing some damage, but they're beginning to go back here, trying to get to where the SCVs are and gun down as many workers as they can. Meanwhile, Marine Marauder coming here and tearing apart those SCVs. Phoenix is picking up, and they should be able to take out those medevacs.
Oh my, 8 SCVs go down. The little attack from INnoVation does no economic damage whatsoever. Phoenix is still left alive. A lot of Adepts out on the map. I think INnoVation might have overcommitted a little bit on the initial attack, Tasteless. This seems to be going pretty well for Stats.
Nice Widow Mine hit, hitting all of those Phoenixes, bruising them, but are there enough Adepts to combat this? Marauders coming in from behind. The Phoenixes with the pickup still reduce the numbers. There are Widow Mines behind this if the Adepts do go through.
Not many Adepts left over. They shade into that main base, so more Widow Mines running up, trying to burrow, but he's targeting them down so quickly, snipes both of them. Perfectly done there by Stats.
Stats, however, is not done. We have some Adepts actually shading past that command center there on the center right. I'm kind of surprised by that. He could have gotten the SCV making that, and then it's immediately shredded up over here. Takes out an observer, and it looks like these Phoenixes probably need to retreat. Unfortunately, I feel like Stats did have an opportunity to deny the command center, and that might be one of the most, I should say, impactful parts of this little engagement there.
It could be.
Actually, maybe not. I mean, he could have sent another SCV. He probably wouldn't have killed it, but
yeah, I don't think he kills it. He definitely would slow it down a little bit.
Kind of splitting hairs here.
Look, at this point, Stats is still only on Adept. He's got 23 Adepts, and he's making Phoenixes, some observers. Thing is, yeah, he did some damage there, and he had some really great moves for sure. Picked off a lot of Widow Mines and stuff, but INnoVation's army continues to grow and become more technical. So even if Stats has like a similar army supply, over time, this set of units won't do as well. You have a lot of Widow Mines, you have missile turrets, you have Liberators set up, you have more Marauders mixed in, so Adepts aren't just slaughtering Marines. This makes it very difficult for Stats to actually win a battle as we go further. He needs something else. He needs to get into some splash damage.
Yeah, definitely. You can't just rely on Stalkers and Phoenixes and Adepts forever. That's why there's a specific point, and it's usually like about a minute or two ago, where the Phoenix Adept hits its key moment.
Its peak performance.
Yeah, exactly.
It starts to go downhill with its age.
And, it does not age like wine. It ages like milk for sure. And it's a situation where Terran is going for just a more sophisticated comp. And that's why spotted!
Craziest catch.
He needs to get the medevacs, I think, first.
Well, he's just getting anything he possibly can. A gigantic shade. Okay, Stats is for real right now.
Yeah.
Picking up some Widow Mines. In fact, drawing a lot of the shots.
Is this enough?
He is going to smash through, I think, Tasteless.
Oh, my God. Definitely the right angle to hit this, and the Phoenix is in pursuit of medevacs that will be slowing down in a moment. Adepts hitting the SCVs. The fourth base, by the way, is being acquired by Protoss as the third base for Terran is being pushed here by Stats.
Sickest catch ever. He's going to kill off so many SCVs there as well. GG! Wow, Stats makes his series. I thought for sure he was going to fall apart there, but crushing several moves that INnoVation made. Very well done. And you know what? Catching those medevacs to the end, that was like, that's a game ender right there.
Awesome. Well, that's what I put on my eggs in the morning.
Awesome sauce.
Awesome.
You know what I put on my pea in the morning?
And for INnoVation, I put on a little bit of salt. Well, I have to say, That was a split-second decision there from Stats. A lot of Protosses may not have engaged there. I think he did the right call. You know, you saw INnoVation unloading. The fact that the Army is unloading and the Liberators are not setting up their liberation zones quite in time, that paired with the fact that the Adepts have the glaives already. They're doing so much damage as the units are coming out. It was a good fight for Protoss and something that Terran can't really recover from.
No, certainly not. I'm kind of surprised with a few of the moves INnoVation made, especially that initial force, right, with the 3 Widow Mines. He stayed out there. He, like, way overstayed his welcome with that initial push.
Well, I think sometimes when you're up 2 on a best of 5,
he's just going to die.
I mean, in the way some of these games looked, it really didn't seem like Stats could do anything against anything that INnoVation had. So maybe a little bit of overconfidence there, but again, good handling by Stats. Can he do what Sue has already done? Come back after being down 2-0.
It's a tall order.
We'll be right back after the short break here at the GSL Code S.
Don't you know, you're the heart attack, a heart attack. I can feel it when I'm so far from home.
부동산을 구하는 새로운 자세. 부동산은 직방부터. 직방.
부동산을 구하는 새로운 자세. 부동산은 직방부터. 직방.
마음이 가는 대로 즐겁고 신나게 쓰자. 캠퍼스 시리즈.
저런 냄새가 담배다. 된장찌개 저런 냄새가.
하면 뭐다? 너 냄새 난다고. 베브리즈 맨으로 남자 5대 냄새 파괴. 베브리즈 맨.
부동 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 부동산을 구하는 새로운 자세. 부동산은 직방부터 직방.
빛의 힘을 보여드리죠.
반갑네.
얘들아, 힘을 빌려줘. 누구도 나를 막을 순 없어. 방해하겠다면 전부 부숴주지. 판타지 마스터즈 2.
(2017) Hot 6 GSL Season 1 Codex.
Stats has started it, but can he finish it? He has to keep coming back. He's not allowed to make any more major errors, and he has to do it against the player. I think it's safe to say unanimously everybody's saying this guy is the best player currently in the world at StarCraft 2. Not to say that Maru's not good, not to say that Sue's performance wasn't amazing back there and he could maybe even win this GSL, but it's a pretty fair statement to say that INnoVation just looks perfect, or at least a few percentage points better than everybody else. Stats has the tallest order of his esports career. It's happening right here. It's happening right now. He won Game 3, but he has to win 4, bringing it to 5, and then close it up there. That's tough, man.
Hey, you win Game 4, and suddenly it's like you can do anything in that final game, and you might just squeeze through. This is an important moment in his life. If he just keeps falling to INnoVation in these big matches, it's not like INnoVation's going anywhere, guys. This is someone that Stats eventually has to get through, because INnoVation is going to be at the top of tournaments for the rest of Stats' natural-born life.
Well said. Our map is now loading up. Guys, tell your friends to join us. One of these two players is going to move on to the round of 4 in the most competitive 1v1 esport, StarCraft 2, in the most competitive StarCraft 2 tournament, the GSL Codex. In the upper left, in the blue, he is
Splice Stats.
In the bottom right, in the red, he is
INnoVation.
So, you know, one thing that I'm wondering about, when we look back at game number 3, Stats won over an engagement. He got INnoVation in a bad position. I think the idea of what INnoVation was trying to do, but of course, whenever you're carting a giant amount of Marines and Marauders and Medevacs, you are taking a risk.
Yes, yes, very much so. Like, they're all in the Medevacs. Like, even if he wasn't loaded up, he doesn't die there. There's actually, like, and the thing is, I think early on, Stats did a good job of holding off that first push, crushing the first push, getting some counter damage. INnoVation still could have won that. It's that one final move that really wrecked him. So he needs to be a bit more careful. I think he was getting almost a little bit greedy there, like you were talking about. Like, he's up 2 games. He's like, let me finish him here. If he unloads all that, if the Phoenixes are nowhere nearby, with that many Widow Mines, Marine, Marauder, Medevac, and like 4 Liberators over them, you don't break that with Adepts.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. So I'm wondering, will Stats have a game where he can win just based off of, you know, the strategy and everything else, or maybe some kind of tactic early on because I just don't imagine INnoVation's going to let that happen a second time.
Yeah, it's
But
hard to imagine.
Today's been pretty unpredictable so far. So
It has.
I'm really hoping we do go to Game 5 here.
The fact that Sue came back and reverse all killed TY is like something I never thought I'd see happen today. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's what makes GSL so exciting. Let's see what tech stats goes for.
So
that's
the
kinda
probe
nice.
has been gunned down.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what Stats has in store. Will he go Phoenix Adept again? I don't think.
I don't think
that's,
so.
You know, I think he might.
You think?
Yeah, I think he might. He's
Okay.
kind of getting to Stargate now.
Yeah, I mean that looks like it.
I mean, I don't know if it's the best bet to, you know, try to do this unit comp against a player like INnoVation over and over again. I think one of the strengths about INnoVation is he doesn't seem to have any weaknesses for one, but also that he, but then also that he adapts. In all seriousness, he does adapt throughout a best of 5.
That's awesome. We should just do, when INnoVation makes the finals, we'll just have like a tasteless interview for both sides. What did you say that INnoVation's greatest strength is? I would say his greatest strength is that he just doesn't have any weaknesses.
Yeah, it's pretty concise.
Yeah.
So the Reaper comes in now. He should be able to spot the Stargate, and he does right over there. And he'll probably, he'll be able to see that it's going to be Phoenix Tech, and unless he can't, okay, cancel City.
So he canceled the Phoenix? I didn't catch that.
Yeah, he did. He was making a Phoenix and he canceled it. Unless I'm crazy, but that's what I thought I saw.
Yeah, it definitely could have been. May as well, when you know that he's going to see that and he's staring at that. A Viking on the way, though, Widow Mines. I guess the counter isn't all that different. Look at this Widow Mine. Look at that random positioning.
So good.
I love it. Just
what if it just goes in there?
Oh! That's
I'm getting
right.
nerve chills. Oh my God!
I think it just barely won't connect with that.
Let's see. You know, they sometimes grab that and move it a little bit to the south while they're at that point on the rally.
Oh my God! Let's just watch this. This is the only thing that matters in the whole world right now.
Oh my God!
If this hits, okay, it's just barely not going to.
No, is he going to pull it though? Okay, no. I thought he might move that. You know, in a more. Oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh, dude, he is skirting the line right now.
Hold on. He's going to try to chase it out. There's still a chance he can move it somewhere. Is Widow Mine moved at all? No. It looks like he's going to be. Wait.
Oh, this is crazy. Oh my God! You have to be kidding me on this.
This game is giving me an
Look where he put it. He put it like. Oh my God! The place
on the tile. He put it on the tile,
yeah,
guys.
it's actually like
He put it on the tile.
the thing that you can. He barely doesn't see the Oracle. The Oracle can technically see this, but like that's actually really hard to see where he put it.
Wow.
Like not that.
Be careful next time you go to the bathroom, guys. You might have a Widow Mine from INnoVation on one of those tiles, blows you right up.
Hiding in the toilet.
Just like this.
Oh boy. Well,
okay, well that's going to make it a lot harder to utilize those Phoenixes when they're that bruised.
Sick micro stats.
Yeah, he really out-microed that Widow Mine there. That was crazy.
He got owned. INnoVation was right-clicking on his Widow Mine so hard. Come on! Come on, lay it down! Okay, +1 in Glaives should be starting up here. Is continuing on those Phoenixes. Still has the Oracle, so that's very important. The Marine's coming out. Oh my God. Ooh.
Okay, he pulls it back.
If you caught that, that would have been pretty crazy. That third base is up and running for Stats right now, really filling up his probe count very quickly.
A little bit too many Marines to make it, you know, a worthwhile engage. The Viking coming up here to poke at it as well. Another Phoenix meets up.
Ooh.
Good tag, gets everything. And he can now back up, since Terran really can't do anything dramatic on the map with that much, actually, tag there.
Well, he's getting his +1 combat shield stim, a lot of Widow Mines as well, throwing up some missile turrets. And look, I think that INnoVation is going to play a much more careful push this time. This is the same type of push that he moved out with last time, but last time he really did overstay his welcome for quite some time. This is definitely quicker.
Okay, he comes forward. Keep in mind, some of those Phoenixes have been bruised. Phoenixes are not, you know, very beefy units, so if they take some damage early on, they can go down in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
Or second, pretty quickly. And it looks like he wants to set up right here. Now, with the pylon cannon set up, he might want to wait a second. I don't even know if he's going to fully engage this here.
Yeah, he's got the Widow Mine set up in a really nice spot.
Well, I think you don't need a great big spread to utilize Widow Mines against this unit comp.
You see these Marines? He had Marines standing over the Widow Mines for a second there, too. If you stand over it, it's so hard to actually pick them up with Phoenixes. Oh, look at this. A very quick move over there, baiting out yet another overcharge.
He doesn't have energy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough for another. Standing over those Widow Mines. Can't pick him up.
And a drop over here, which means that you can't have the double defense.
Oh,
the
God.
Adepts are pushed back. Now, it's going to be tough. Adepts have a tough time against Widowmine's cluster just like this. Same with Phoenix's.
Oh, multiple Widow Mines in that drop as well. Really big deal here for INnoVation. That is a shade that I don't think he'll be letting finish.
He unpowered the Robo. He unpowered the Robo. Now, he did. Okay, that was very good splitting there. The War Prism cannot come out just yet, but I don't believe these Phoenixes are going to allow these Medevac and Marines to try to turn around.
All right, does eliminate those Widow Mines, or the
He's
Adepts
not
there,
done
rather.
yet, man. He's still doing a lot of damage.
He's absolutely everywhere.
It's just pure Marine, so you know, whenever the Adepts are split up, the Phoenixes can't really do anything. He's really punishing this unit composition.
He's doing a great job of it, but he warps in some Adepts here. Should be able to clean this up.
And he does just that. And, of course, he takes out the Medevacs here as well. Now, let's go ahead and evaluate the larger picture. It's 46 probes to 52 SCVs. Medevac count is 2, so that's pretty low for Terran.
Yeah. He has a couple Liberators.
Yeah.
He has Widow Mines at home right now. This is a lot of Adepts and Phoenixes, but the economy of stats has definitely been hurt quite a bit. You want way more than 49 probes at the moment. And INnoVation does have his third base up. He's just getting some SCVs there now.
I guess the larger question is, can stats actually come back across the map and push at all? I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems
pretty
like hard.
Now, of course, the unit comp for stats is a little bit more simple. That's why it doesn't pan out well in late game. You know, it's just Adepts and Phoenixes.
Yeah, like if you turtle as INnoVation, it's very hard to break this right now with this much technicality
oh my God.
in your army.
Okay. Unbeknownst to him, he dodged the bullet there. Decides to not shade in, which is probably a wise decision.
A lot of Widow Mines. That is a death trap right there. But right now, there's a Prism going towards the main base. I don't think there's anything there to really stop this, so he's going to have to bring back part of his army. Ooh, that's a great setup on that
Since the
Liberator.
Phoenixes are nowhere near this. He warps in over here.
Oh my
Shades in
God.
rather.
This is a big deal right now as Stats moves forward into the natural as well as the main base. INnoVation taking tons of damage everywhere.
The Phoenixes are hitting these Liberators. The Liberators doing some damage to these Adepts, but not before the Phoenixes will clean house.
The Liberator's killing off quite a few Adepts. In fact, a ton of probes going down back at Stats' base as well. Didn't deal with that Liberator at all whatsoever.
Phoenix is continuing to come through. Actually, I think Stats might have done this.
Yeah, he might have.
It just seems like there's a lot of Phoenixes and not the complementary tools for Terran, like not enough Medevacs with infantry, not enough Widow Mines in position, too many Phoenixes out here, for instance, 4 Stats.
Wow, this is quite a fantastic break. Yeah, it really does look like it. His Phoenixes are cleaning up absolutely everything, picking up Widow Mines, picking off Liberators before they can even siege.
Did he do it? Did he actually do it?
Yeah, he did, Tasteless.
I think so. GG, we're going to Game 5.
Oh my God, this is so crazy.
I believe in miracles.
2-2-2.
You sexy thing.
Well, this is pretty awesome. Like, I can't believe that both matches started with a Terran that was favored, going 2-0, and now we're on Game 5. Stats might be able to do it. What if INnoVation's getting rocked now? It felt like Stats was starting to fall apart, but now INnoVation losing 2 in a row?
I'll tell you what, Artelis, is the Zerg, and the Protosses are starting to figure out the Terrans.
INnoVation is a little wiggly right now, man. I think he's got a lot of adrenaline going through his system after that loss.
Well, I think he came into this with a lot of confidence. I can understand why, but I think we're seeing his reality begin to slip through the tips of his big cracks of his fingers.
He won the first WCS.
Did I get that metaphor right?
Yeah, close enough.
Guys.
He won the first WCS tournament of the season. He's flying to Katowice, to hopefully for him win another one coming up. And this GSL, I think he was looking at this saying, you know what, I'm the best player in the world. And if he were to win this GSL, and if he were to win Katowice, we're starting to look at Bonjour.
We're talking about banjos here, ladies and gentlemen.
The next Zerg one, INnoVation. But he has to beat Stats. If he loses his Stats here, this is a disappointing finish. Round of 8 is not good enough for INnoVation's skill.
It's time to go into our final match. INnoVation versus Stats. One of these two players moves on to get that second spot in the round of 4 and be that much closer to becoming a champion of the GSL Codex. In the upper left, in the blue,
Splice Stats.
And I'm really wondering here, does he do Phoenix Adept? You know, there's nothing wrong with doing it over and over if it wins.
Yeah, totally.
The whole point is to win the Code S. In the bottom left, in the red.
INnoVation.
Well, I mean, it's a 4-player map, so
Yeah.
I'd really like to just see Sue's Ravager build. I think that's the key to victory here.
You're funny.
INnoVation knows it's a rockin' build, too. So.
Yeah. So we're actually seeing Command Center first. This is a huge map, by the way.
Yeah.
You really can't emphasize that enough. And Stats is going, at least from the scouting pattern we see right now, going to find INnoVation last.
That's true. That's actually kind of a pain, especially considering he's playing against Command Center first. And the thing is, it doesn't necessarily change your build anyways, but Command Center first play, like he's going to have a nice economy boost, and obviously a lot of bio early on.
I think the thing is that knowing is half the battle.
Yeah.
As the great pro gamer G.I. Joe said. And I think that, just seeing the CC first gives you more time to start computing the possibilities of what your opponent's going to do.
I love that G.I. Joe's a pro gamer.
Yeah.
Who's a Terran player for sure.
Yeah.
His rival, Cobra.
That's right.
That was a rusher right there.
But you know what G.I. Joe said in those GSL fights? He says, got to get tough. Go Joe.
Go Joe.
Yeah.
Went ahead,
Meanwhile,
go more Joe.
He started firing his missiles. Cobra, a Terran player, was going, Cobra! But they would run out of the tanks because they couldn't show anybody dying in those cartoons,
Yeah,
so
that's
the
true.
missiles would hit. It's like the Transformers movie or whatever, where like they throw a tank, or maybe there's the Hulk movie, he like throws a tank through the air, but like the guys in that tank were like, we're all okay,
Yeah,
we're still here.
They just do that.
Give
so
us
they
a
can make it
PG-13 rating. Nobody actually got hurt here. Just a lot of vehicles were damaged.
Yeah. I mean, if you're bringing a young kid that can't know that those guys died in that tank, maybe you shouldn't be bringing them that movie, whether they say that they're okay or not.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So we have 3 Rex Marines being pumped here. The Robo is coming out now.
Okay.
So it's not a Stargate build, guys.
You know what? He's going to do the same build as Cactus Valley, I bet you. That's what I'm feeling here, Tasteless. He wants to do this macro Colossus type of play. It's not a bad play, and especially against Command Center first, it can be really strong because they just have so much bio. They aren't dropping you very quickly, and drops are what does better against the quick Colossus play. And they just won't have as many medevacs.
Yeah.
They won't have as many Widow Mines and stuff. And so the Colossus will just hold off the Marines. So I think that Stats has chosen a very, very good build order to go against what INnoVation's gone.
This is a fundamental principle that applies to both Terran and Protoss, is if you get to like a quick Nexus, like really quick, before gases or anything, or a quick Command Center, you're teching later. And therefore you're really going for more bulk in your army and not the opportunity to try to hit multiple locations and put him out of position.
And he'll have that bulk, but Stats is the one that's going to have the more tech in his army, going to have that splash damage to deal with it. All right, that was a fantastic scan. He sees exactly what Stats is going for. Colossus tech on the way.
Double reactor here. So this is when the barracks explosion really kicks in. All the add-ons are done. And so, what? I see this
Stats
confused
already,
look.
yeah, he just doesn't have the gas for Thermalance, and he already chrono boosted the robotics support. So,
was there a mistake?
Okay, he gets it. No.
Okay, never mind.
He was a little bit low on gas, is all, which is fine. It's just since he had already chrono boosted it, I was just like, is he gonna forget to start this, which we've seen lately?
Yeah, unfortunately, even at the highest levels of play.
Thermalance.
Thermalance especially, but just sometimes you see somebody who just doesn't make something, and it's a problem. It's a mistake, supercomputer wouldn't do, which is why we don't see INnoVation make a mistake like that ever. So Stim
he doesn't forget Stim, that's for sure.
No, never.
And Thermalance is the Stim of Colossus.
Pretty much.
Okay, so INnoVation just now finishing up his starport. Again, he's not going to be able to break Stats at all. Stats already taking his third base. Nice and far away from INnoVation. And, I mean, he's going to have 2 Colossus here in a second and Thermalance. No real way to break him with bio. He's going to need those medevacs out. He's going to need to try to spread Stats thin. But, I feel like this is just going to go to a big macro game almost no matter what. As long as no one donkeys off any units.
Yeah. I'm curious. I would be very excited if Stats moves on. I'm still expecting INnoVation to win this, but This has been one of our best days at GSL, I mean, basically ever so far.
It's
these
pretty
games have been
crazy.
really good. The players are good. The games are good. And, you know, it's kind of the perfect story here. You have two players that were not supposed to win, go down 0-2, and then start to come back. This is like this whole day was written by that guy who wrote the screenplay for the Little Giants movie.
The Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks as well. We're going to see if Stats' flying V formation really does work out here with his adept Phoenix.
The guy that wrote that movie about the U.S. Olympic hockey team beating the Russian team.
Right now, the Stats is basically the Jamaican bobsled team here.
Yeah. Just barely missing that observer with the scan, by the way. He's hunting observers at the moment. Because if Stats isn't in position, you can still do something like kill a bunch of probes, kill a Nexus, get a few units. But Stats has pretty good vision of what's going on overall. Not the best spread, but it's okay.
So you notice here, guys, INnoVation really erring on the side of caution. In the last 2 games we had from INnoVation, he was testing the waters, and the tide was a little bit too strong in Stats, and INnoVation lost a good amount of units. So INnoVation is staying back. He wants to be bulked up pretty heavily here.
And Stats has already guessed that he's going to do this big drop towards the main base. So Stats has set up a series of like 6 pylons to overcharge, even though you can only overcharge 4, to catch this incoming drop that he knows will come. Okay, so look, his mothership bar is right there.
Good call.
Yeah.
That was
super well done.
Few players would have reacted that perfectly.
Yeah, he's literally looking for that because his army, heads up, does not lose. So he needs to stop a drop like this.
Okay, now he activates the pylons when the army's unloaded, so it can't reload as easily. Good job! Takes out the Widow Mines. It's just infantry now, and he will be forced to retreat. Meanwhile, on the center of the map, INnoVation did not do much damage at all. So, Stats really stabilizing. I mean, you know, we're talking about INnoVation is always adapting, but I got to say, Stats is growing at a rapid rate and improving against somebody like INnoVation. This is really, right now, at least so far in this last 2 games, this one as well, he's playing the PVTs of his life.
No, this is really solid how he's approaching this. It's the same type of way that we saw before. He's getting into his disruptor tech. He's getting his blink upgrade. Everything's pretty solid for him. He just has to make sure that he remains pretty well split. I think INnoVation will probably try another Doom drop at some point here, but on 3 bases, I feel like this... Is that what I said?
It almost came out like that.
But yeah, I mean, like as long as he zones this all well. Yeah, here's that Doom drop.
A Droon Bop. He's going to come in, and it looks like, well, Protoss is ready.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's like when Neo was fighting that agent and was just stopping all of his attacks.
Agent?
He was an agent,
when he was fighting
Agent
Morpheus.
Smith. Agent Smith, not Morpheus. Come on, Artosis.
Yes, I know.
Protoss has now driven INnoVation back again. Ooh. 3 Marauders, kind of unusual.
Yeah,
so
not exactly what
I
he
guess
wanted.
that's what was over there. But hey, it's doing damage. He's killing off probes. Yeah. And look at this. He even pulls out. He doesn't overstay his welcome.
Lost mining time and stuff. His drop really didn't do that much. Stats is doing a really good job of moving his army around correctly. He's about to have 1-1 as well as Blink. He's going to be on even upgrades, at least for a little bit. But INnoVation, he's made his 3rd command center. He's already into massive amounts of Liberators as well.
This may be the moment where Stats is actually comfortable exerting his dominance on the map. I mean, INnoVation has tried multiple times and has not made a dent. But of course, INnoVation's game plan is still going to be to try to hit when the main army of Stats pushes out. And so far, the 3rd base up here for Stats is naked.
All right, this is the moment, Tasteless. Stats has to make something happen. He's losing his 3rd base. He has to kill INnoVation here, or at least do a massive amount of damage.
Stalkers blink forward. The Liberators start to go down. The Disruptors comboed with the Colossi are zoning the Terran army back.
Those Disruptor shots! Okay, they go off all right. Do some okay damage right there. The Vikings coming up, trying to kill off the Colossus. Great juggling there with the Prism as well.
Stats is still moving forward. The Viking count is getting low. 2 Disruptors here. He's going for the heart. There's a small attack up here, but that's been denied for INnoVation. I think Stats may be taking this game.
This is so crazy. If we have 2 reverse all kills in one day, I don't know what I'm going to do, but INnoVation in so much trouble. Stats pushing up his ramp right now. INnoVation trying to hold on.
microing these Marauders. Oh, another disruptive shot. That's it.
GG!
Oh my
Stats
God.
has done it! Our second upset of the day! A 3-win reversal from Stats!
I can't believe we had 2 reverse all kills
Humans
today.
are done! Terran is no longer looking as dominant as the
Certainly
internet was so sure it was.
Well, that leaves it up to Ryung and Maru. One of them will move forward to face off against Stats. He's shown a lot of his strategies tonight. But his only weakness, Tasteless, is that, well, I don't know if he really has one. That was just solid macro play with that Colossus. You know, maybe he messed up a little bit in the first 2 games, but
Stats taking INnoVation, putting him on a little rice cake, picking him up with some chopsticks, dipping him in some soy sauce, mixed in wasabi, and then eating him.
is he a sushi nerd?
That's right, turn him into a little thing of sushi.
Well, Stats moves forward. This is crazy. INnoVation. This guy is the favorite of every tournament he enters right now.
Yeah.
Not this one anymore. INnoVation is out of this tournament. Zest died in the round of 32. Byun died in the round of 32. So many of the favorites being destroyed.
믿겨지시나요? 페페 승승승.
All right, interview time now with Stats.
김대엽 선수입니다. 축하드립니다.
Another reverse sweep tonight. Congratulations and thank you.
정말 믿겨지지가 않아요. 두 번째 역습이 소감
Can't even
어떠세요?
believe what I saw.
일단 2대 0으로
The reverse
밀렸을
sweep,
때
the second one. How do you feel now?
정말 나는 신영이한테 정말 안
Yeah,
되나
after I
이런
finished the
생각이
second
정말
set.
많이 들었었는데
네.
사실 좀
I really felt like, is there any way I can even win against INnoVation?
3대 0 셧아웃 당할까봐 많이 걱정도 많이 되고 좀 불안한 마음으로 이렇게 경기를 했어요.
그리고 복수에도 성공했잖아요. 축하드려요.
I was worrying that I would go out 0-3. Says, but you got revenge on him. Says, yeah, I finally did it.
주겠다고 하시고 오늘 사전 인터뷰에서도 자신감이 상당히 보였거든요. 그 개인적으로 정말 이기고 싶은 상대였을 것 같아요.
INnoVation seemed really confident to play against you in the beginning.
신영이가 지금 현재 레더에서도 그렇고 지금 현재 그 프로게이머 통틀어서 최강의 포스를 지금
Everyone knows INnoVation, even on ladder.
오늘 경기가 많이 걱정됐었는데
And amongst all the players, he's having the most accomplishments. He's having the best win rate.
진짜 이길 줄도 몰랐는데 이렇게
I was really worried to face him
만들어낸
tonight.
것 같아서 정말 뿌듯하네요.
페페 승승승 경험이 있으세요?
네, 경험 있습니다.
그래요?
그때도 한
But you know, despite all those records, I beat him tonight, and I'm very proud of myself.
했었거든요.
그래요?
네.
Have you made a reverse sweep in the past?
신기하게 이번에도 이렇게 하게 됐어요.
He says, yeah, I have in the past. In fact, it was against INnoVation.
오늘 2세트에서 마페도 사실 상대가 시전을 해서 저는 이 이후로 각성했다는 게 더 신기해요. 확실히 이 불사조와 사도의 조합이 확실히 테란에게 강력한 빌드인 것 같은데 그걸 또 마스터한 모습이었거든요.
Set 2 is a very fast GG.
준비를 열심히 하신 건지 궁금해요.
He didn't really get anything.
원래는 제가
That makes me more surprised
좋아하진 않았어요.
that you could, collect yourself and make it happen.
그냥 정석적으로 로보틱스 플레이를 하면서 하는 게 더 단단하고 안정적인 느낌이 많이 있어가지고 그런 플레이를 많이 선호했었었는데 불사조는 약간 조금 옵저버도 없고 그래서
Talking about map 3 and the builds there?
많거든요. 그래서 별로 선호하지 않았는데 이거 이신영을 잡으려면은 그 로보틱스 플레이로는 답이 없다. 그래서 그 불사도 플레이를 준비를 했었던 게 오늘 승리의 요인이었던 것 같아요.
Says, yeah, I can win against INnoVation with the robotics build. So I went for the Phoenixes and that really worked.
상에 올라가게 됐습니다. 처음 올라갔어요, GSL에서. 네, 참 험난한 여정이었어요. 상하게
This is
올라가게
your first
됐는데
semi-final in the GSL.
무조건 테란전이거든요.
네.
여기도 쉽지가 않습니다. 조성주 선수,
No matter what,
김동원
you
선수인데
can
어떤
play
선수가
against
나으세요?
another Terran in the next round.
사실
You'll hit either Maru or Ryung.
굉장히 좀
Who would you rather be?
이신영 선수 이겼는데요.
그래도
He says, honestly, I'm really afraid of Maru.
신영이든 성주든 같은 레벨이라고 생각을 하고 있기 때문에 이렇게 좀 힘든 경기 하기
Says he
싫고
thinks
저는 개인적으로
Maru is the same level as INnoVation.
올라와서 같이
And I really don't want to have another hard day like I've had today.
같이 노장들끼리 재밌는
So I want
게임
Ryung to
했으면
advance.
좋겠어요.
아니 늙어가는 처지라고 하셨는데 오늘은
Like to have some
머협이
fun
아니라
games against him.
대협이었거든요. 오늘 왜 이렇게 반응이 왜 이렇게 빠르세요? 오늘의 구력 장면이 하나도 안 나왔어요.
아, 네.
집중력이 좋았죠.
네, 아무래도 집중력이 좋았고
네.
그동안 좀 많이 머협을 당했었어요.
What about shameful moments in the games?
그래가지고 그동안 당했던 걸 오늘
He says,
경기에
yeah, I made a lot of
보상을
mistakes
받는
in
것이
these
아닌가
games.
생각을 하고 있어요.
네, 상대가 정말 끈질기게 이렇게 지뢰 견제를 시도했었는데
Like, finally my efforts paid off tonight.
지뢰 드랍을 가든 오늘은 이렇게 구력 장면이 안 나오더라고요. 내가 할 때 좀 짜증 많이 나셨을 것 같아요. 오늘.
INnoVation kept pushing with mines,
까다로웠고
네.
but you handled it very well.
좀 포기하고 싶었을 때도 많았어요.
그랬군요. 자, 오늘 경기가
Yeah, it was really
있어서
difficult
사강이 정말
to deal
더
with the
기대가
mines.
됩니다.
He's very good with it.
사강전 테란전 먼저 각오 들려주시죠.
사실
So what are your thoughts on the
굉장히
semifinal?
힘든데 또다시 4강전 테란이네요. 근데 8강에서 정말 강력한 테란인
So the
신영이
Terran matches are really tough.
4강에서는 더 좋은 모습으로
But since I took out INnoVation,
결승 올라가는 모습으로 보답해드리겠습니다.
even if I
네,
hit a
그리고
Terran in the
마지막에 환호로
semifinals,
이렇게 응원해 주실
I think I
팬분들께
can show
한마디
an even better
부탁드립니다.
performance.
팬분들 정말 감사하고
Anything to say to your fans?
항상 응원해 주셔서
Thank you to my
감사하고요.
fans.
그리고 또 제가 개인 방송으로도
Thank you
계속
for cheering for me all the time.
소통하면서 게임하고 있으니까 많이 이렇게 챙겨봐 주시고 그리고 오늘도 이렇게
I try to
시간
communicate with my
주셔서
fans through my
응원해
personal
주셔가지고
streaming.
너무너무
So please
감사드립니다.
keep watching that.
네, 알겠습니다. 다시 한번 이 첫 번째 4강
Start donating, guys. Start
Thank you for coming
subbing.
to the studio.
네. 자, 이렇게 김대엽 선수의
Alright.
극적인 4강
And
진출
that is that.
확인하셨는데요.
Two reverse
오늘
all
경기를
kills. How
치르는
crazy,
모든
man.
분들이
Great
모두
night.
게이머 생활
Yeah, it's kind of wild though, because TY and INnoVation, you look at that round 8 bracket and it's like, yeah, I could see TY INnoVation finals, absolutely.
They're
Now they're
out.
both out.
That's so funny.
And especially after their first two
자, 저는
games,
토요일 오후
like
1시
the first two games of
다시
TY or
두
of
번째
INnoVation
경기로
stats.
돌아오도록 하겠습니다. 중간에
Both of those, if I was in America, standing up in the middle of the night, I probably would have just turned the stream off, be like, all right, I don't need to see game 3. Like, this is over.
Yeah, I'm sure some people did that.
Yeah.
Well,
they really screwed up.
What a special night it was. Idiots.
But yeah, Sue and Stats go forward. That is just craziness. They await their opponents, which will be found out on Saturday. Hero against SOS and Ryung against Maru.
So I think most logical people would say SOS and Maru, but
the way it went tonight, man.
What about what happened in day one where TY lost to Sue?
You watch.
And then Stats beat INnoVation. What about that?
Ryung beats Sue in the finals, and Sue is just like, I don't know.
Oh, wow. Well, so far, so good. I'm very happy to see a Zerg and a Protoss actually going up into the Final Four. You know, we had one Zerg in the round of 8, and it looks like we're going to have one
two
Terran,
Protoss,
one
a Zerg, and a Terran.
Yeah.
David Kim does it again.
That's right. Nicely done, David Kim. So, coming up, it'll be on Saturday starting at 1 p.m. KST. Hero versus SOS, and Ryung versus Maru. Ryung has definitely been the dark horse in this tournament, but he's been killing really good Terrans. He took out Byun. I mean, if you could take out Byun, you could take out Maru.
Ryung
take out
is-
pretty much any Terran.
He's a monster TVT, so we'll see what he can get done. I mean, I think it's a possibility he can take out Maru, but Maru right now is in ridiculously awesome shape, so have to favor him there too.
And of course, Hero versus SOS. You know, SOS I think has overall been better. Hero seems a little bit like an SOS Junior with builds that aren't exactly as wacky, aren't exactly as totally ingenious.
I see
but
what you mean.
This may be the round of 8 may be the round of renewing your skill, of actually overcoming the players that are known and expected to be better than you.
That's
that may
what
be
it
what our
seems like
narrative
so
is.
far.
It's at
That's
least
half
what
of our
it's
narrative.
been. Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Artosis, great job casting.
As well, tasteless.
And definitely join the GSL Code S on that Saturday at 1 p.m. We will be on an aeroplane flying to IEM.
Yeah,
so we
that's
will
gonna
not
be a lot
be
of
there
fun.
for that, unfortunately. Sorry. There's only 2 of us. But don't miss out on those games. And, of course, do check out IEM. Guys, we love you. Have a good one. Take care. Good night.
Think of what we're fighting for. Oh, step into the light. How can wrong be so right?